Hello, sweet little friends. Welcome to our channel. Here, we share fun and magical stories just for you. If you like our stories, don't forget to subscribe and like the video. Today, we have a super exciting story for you. Are you ready? Let's go.
Many years ago, in a small village in South Africa, a little boy was born whose name was Nelson. He was a kind and gentle child who loved playing soccer with his friends and listening to his grandfather's stories. Nelson was playful like all children, but in his heart, he always had a question: why are some people free while others must suffer from inequality and injustice? When Nelson went to school, he realized that not all children were treated the same. White children had better opportunities, but black children like him had many restrictions. This made his little heart sad. He thought, why aren't we all equal? Aren't we all human? As Nelson grew older, he went to university to study. He wanted to become a lawyer because he dreamed of defending poor people and giving them their rights. He always told his friends, knowledge is stronger than weapons. We can make the world better with thinking and laws. But the government at that time in South Africa was not fair. There was a law called apartheid, which separated white people from black people. Black people couldn't live in certain areas or study in good schools. Nelson believed this was unjust and decided to fight against it. Nelson became a young leader. With his friends, he formed a group to fight against injustice. They shouted, "All people must be free." But the government didn't like this, and Nelson was arrested many times. Still, each time he was released, he continued his struggle. One day Nelson was arrested again, and this time the judge said, "You must stay in prison for many years." Nelson was taken to a harsh prison with small, cold rooms, and he didn't even have a comfortable bed. But Nelson didn't give up. In his heart, he kept saying, "One day, we will all be free." In prison, Nelson read books, exercised, and gave hope to other prisoners. He even treated the prison guards kindly. Some of the guards were surprised and asked, "How can someone who has suffered so much still smile?" Years passed. Nelson stayed in prison for 27 years. During all this time, he thought of his people. Outside the prison, people kept fighting for freedom, and Nelson's name became a symbol of hope. Everyone said, "Mandela will one day be free and change our country." Finally, the day came when the government had to release Nelson. When the prison doors opened, people shouted with joy, "Mandela is free." Nelson came out with his usual smile. He said, "I am free, not to take revenge, but so that we can all live as equals." After his release, Nelson became the leader of his people. He did not fight his enemies with violence but spoke with them instead. He said, "Forgiveness is stronger than hatred." These words amazed everyone, because many expected him to be angry, but he was full of peace and love. Soon after, Nelson was elected as the first black president of South Africa. He turned his childhood dream into reality. He said, "This presidency is not just for me, but for all the children who once dreamed of freedom." As president, Nelson worked hard to bring all people together. He used sports as a way to unite black and white people. Even when he cheered for the national team, everyone realized that he wanted the whole nation to stand as one. Nelson always said, "Being brave means feeling fear, but still moving forward." This sentence became a great lesson for both children and adults. He wanted everyone to learn that with kindness and hope, even the hardest problems could be solved. After years of service, Nelson stepped down from the presidency. But in people's hearts, he remained a hero. Children looked at him and said, "He is like a father to us." Nelson calmly said, "My job was to plant the seed of hope. Now it is your turn to make it grow." Nelson Mandela eventually ended his life with a smile and peace, but his story lives on. He taught the whole world that freedom, friendship, and forgiveness are more important than anything else. He proved that even one person can change the world if they believe.
तो प्यारे बच्चों, हमारी कहानी पूरी हुई। हमें सुनने के लिए धन्यवाद। वीडियो को लाइक करना और चैनल को सब्सक्राइब करना मत भूलना। अगली कहानी तक अपना ख्याल रखना और मुस्कुराते रहना। अलविदा।